time for the Praise Report, a media ministry of Heartland Christian Center. Many have been touched physically, spiritually, and emotionally while enjoying the program. And now, here's Pastor John.
John DeLacio here. We're ministering to a young man here named Tyler. He wants to be an entrepreneur. He's 17 years old. If you're going to dream, dream big. Think big. Find somebody that tells you you can't do it. Let that motivate you. The sweetest revenge, you probably already found some. The sweetest revenge is success. But let me tell you, I'm an entrepreneur. If you have an apostolic anointing on your life, you're an entrepreneur. You can't do just one thing. You can't have one store. You can't have one church. You can't have one TV station. You get bored. You can't have one secretary. You know, you're creating, and you provide jobs. No pay, just a lot of jobs. I'm teasing there. But I was 10 years old. My grandpa, Nicholas Dedetto, used to take me saltwater fishing, and we had to take the bus to the boat, Frankie's boat. And one day, we take the bus back to his apartment. And we get off the bus, and my grandpa said, I was going to stay with them for the summer. And my grandpa said to me, here, come over here, sit over here, Tyler. So I go look right at you. This is for Tyler and anybody else who feels like you got an entrepreneur anointing. Stand over here one more, Tyler. So we get off the bus, and my grandpa said, Joanne, that's what they always called me. Joanne, what do you want to do for the summer? I said, I want to make some money, Grandpa. He says, so you want a job? I says, no, I don't want no job. He says, well, how are you going to make money with no job? He said, only the government can make money. You have to work for the money. I said, well, I'm not afraid of work. He said, well, how are you going to make money with no job? I said, I want my own business. I said, Grandpa has his own business. My father has his own business. I want my own business. He said, if you have your own business and make money, what are you going to do with the money? I said, I want my own fishing tackle. I said, every time we go on Frankie's boat, I want my own fishing rod and reel and stuff. I said, so you want to buy some fishing rod and reel? Yes. Okay, he said, tomorrow you're going to start your own business. Okay. I go to bed. It was a walk-in closet in his apartment. Everybody walked through. And it was a closet that he walked through, and the bed was there. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. The bed was shaking. I see a silhouette with somebody with a pole in their hand. My eyes open up, and I realize it's Grandpa with a broom in his hand. He said, Grandpa, what are you doing? He said, Joanne, get up. Today you start your own business. We get up. We walk across the street. He hands me the broom in front of Frankie's store. He says, sweep. I said, how much Frankie going to pay me? Frankie no pay you nothing. I said, what kind of business is this? He said, I sow into your life the broom. You sow into your life the Frankie. Sweep. Well, back then in Hoboken, New Jersey, they had cigarette butts and cigarette wrappers and Italian ice paper and on the ground and all. And now Frankie had a storefront next to all the other stores, and he comes to work that morning, Frankie, and it's all clean. And I was still just finishing. And Frankie says, Nicole, your son swept my store. How nice it looked. He reaches in his pocket. He said, Nicole, how much I paid the kid? He said, no, you don't pay him. I said, Grandpa, let him pay me. He said, no. I sow into your life the broom. You sow into your life, Frankie. He said, you're sowing this. I didn't learn sewing from Benny Hinn or Oral Roberts, or I learned it from my grandpa, Nicole. Every morning, I swept Frankie's store for 3 days. The guy next door comes back. He says, Nicole, your son makes me look bad, your grandson. Frankie's store looks so nice. How much you charge him to pay? I look at Grandpa like that. I said, he can pay you. And then I got to one on the other side. By the short time, I had the whole street. Everybody paid me but Frankie. But anything I wanted in Frankie's store, he gave me. I sowed that. That was called first fruit. Then at the time I was going to a Christian school, a Catholic school, St. Matthew's School in Richfield, New Jersey. I was raised in the landscaping business. We didn't cut grass and all that. We made big jobs. But you know what I used to do? I cut the grass at the school. I cut the grass at the nuns. I cut the grass at the priest's home. I shoveled the snow in the winter. You know how much they paid me? Not a thing. I didn't want nothing. But you know what happened? I ended up having so many other customers that I would shovel the snow and cut the grass that I would have to get other kids to go do the jobs. By the time I was 15 years old, I owned my own motorcycle. By the time I was 16, I owned my own custom car. I bought my own clothes. I gave my mother $50 a week for rent back then, owned my own boat, all before I was 17 and went in the Army. Because you reap what you sow. So those of you that watching, I know I was talking to him here, but the same thing. Same thing. Sowing and reaping. What I said was first fruit. Grandpa taught me. And I've been sowing. I learned that I could sow my way out of any problem. I can set goals and get out of any hole. One round at a time. One day we had a television bill for $80,000. And somebody said to me, where's it going to come from? I said, $1 at a time. Set goals. And do not despise the day of small beginnings. Sow seeds, support the work of God, support ministries like this that preach the truth. Don't worry about your feathers getting ruffled and all of that. You know, that's why you love me. You love me because I'm down to earth and I'm sincere and I tell you the truth and I love you enough to tell you the truth. That's why we're still friends. So, support the ministry. Our current need is we need a building. We need a building. And we want to buy another cargo trailer that we can use for the thrift stores and antique stores and so on and so forth. Address on your screen. We love you. We're here for you. We're out of time. Say amen.